How's it going, guys? Text H here, NHL 16 video. In this video, guys, we're going to be top 10 rated right wingers in NHL 16. Starting off here, guys, at number 10, we have HUDLER, 88 overall rating. I think that's pretty high for HUDLER. He had a really good year last year with the Flames. He won a trophy. I forget what it was. He won some award, though. And like I said, he had a really solid season. I think he had like 75 points. And he did really well, but like before that, he's always just been like pretty good. Like on Detroit, he was usually like a second or third line guy. And it was really not until this year, playing on that first line with Monahan and Johnny Hockey, that he really, did really. I think this is the best year he's ever had. So I mean, 88 overall for one really good year. I don't know if I'm behind that. Like, I think 87 would be his max. Personally, I'd have him like an 86. But regardless, he's an 88. It seems like EA is really just kind of overvaluing everybody in this game for whatever reason. Like I said before, everyone seems to be like 1 or 2 overall too high. Next guys here at number 9, we have Okposo, 88 overall. Pretty fair for Okposo. Again, I think it's a bit high. I'd probably have him an 87, but really good last year with the Islanders. And I don't think that's too far off. So it's pretty fair rating there for Okposo. Number 8 here, guys, you have Blake Wheeler of the Winnipeg Jets. He had a really good year last year. Obviously, first time the Jets made the playoffs. 89 overall for Wheeler, though. That's pretty high. He's a really good player. Obviously, he's a power forward. So he gets a lot of those physical stats, so I think probably really helps out his rating. And I'm a big fan of Blake Wheeler. I think he's a really good player. 89, I think, again, might be a bit high. I'd probably have him like an 88, but it's still in the ballpark. Still a pretty fair rating. Number 7 here, guys, you have Rick Nash, the Rangers, 89 overall, so I think he's the same rating he was last year. I think Nash is actually a really good player. I think 89 is probably perfect for Rick Nash. Very good player. I think, 89 is actually perfect. Really nothing more to say there. Number 6 here, we have Phil Kessel of the Pittsburgh Penguins now. 89 overall, so he actually dropped 1 overall from last year. And I mean, last year he actually did put up a good amount of points, but obviously horrible plus minus, and just, horrible year, obviously, in Toronto. The -1 rating makes sense. I think this time next year, when we're talking about NHL 17, Phil Kessel playing with Crosby or Malkin, whoever it is, he's going to tear it up this year, in my opinion. He's probably going to be at least like a 91, maybe even a 92 next year, so we'll have to watch out for that. Now, guys, getting into the top 5. Number 5 here with Marian Hossa, 90 overall, so he's down 1 from last year, but still a 90. Hossa, obviously, a very solid player, but he's getting up there in age, so 90 overall, I think, is really fair. He won a Stanley Cup. You really can't say many bad things about the guy. Number 4 here, guys, you have Jakub Voracek. Obviously, had a huge year last year. Was in the running for the Art Ross. I think last year was 87, so he's up 3 overall. Well deserved, I think, in my opinion. A really good year, and I think the 90 rating is actually very fair. Number 3 here, guys, you have Tarasenko. I was talking about him in the defenseman video. 91 overall. I said he'd be at least a 90. He's a 91. That's insane. So he's up 6 overall points. But I mean, Tarasenko absolutely teared it up last year with St. Louis Blues. I think the 91, though, like, he had a really good year, but like to boost a guy 6 overall, make him a 91. I mean, off of one good year, you make him higher rated than Hossa, Kessel, Nash, and you make him one below the next 2 guys I'm going to show you. It's hard to say. Personally, I think I'd probably put Tarasenko up to like an 89. I really don't like, boosting the guys so much after 1 year, because I looked at the ratings before, and they said that the ratings are based on last year's performance, as well as their career performance, and then all the stats they go through. So, like, it's not just 1 year makes a guy, it's also how they've done over the past, years. So, I don't know. Personally, I think he's like an 89, but 91 is still in the ballpark, and like I said earlier, just they're really rating everybody highly for some reason. Next guy's number 2 here with Patty Kane, 92 overall. Like I said, Tarasenko 1 below Patty Kane. That's pretty unreal. But Patty Kane, 92 overall. That's insane. 3 overall higher than he was last year, 89. And his stats last year, like his offensive stats, were so good. His cards gonna be dirty. Like his and Tarasenko's probably gonna be the 2 of the. I don't know who the left wingers are, but I think him and Tarasenko are gonna be like the 2 probably best wingers in the game, in my opinion. In terms of offensive output, at least, I think they're both gonna have like the best combination of speed, shooting, and hands. And finally, guys, at number 1 here, tied with Patty Kane, but probably slightly overall in terms of individual stats, we have Corey Perry of the Anaheim Ducks. Looks kind of funky in that picture, I'm not going to lie, but 92 overall rated, makes sense. Really good right winger, best right winger in the game. Very good two-way forward, so he's probably got really good balanced stats. He might not have as high as offensive stats as Kane and Tarasenko, but he's definitely got higher defensive stats that, gives him that boost, makes him 92 overall. Do I like the 92 overall? I think that's what he was last year. I think that's pretty fair. I don't think I mentioned Kane. I think the 92 for Kane's also really fair. Kane's, in my opinion, the best right winger in the NHL. So, him and Perry both at 92. I think that's pretty fair. And that's even with the high ratings. So, I think they definitely got the number 1, number 2 guys, spot on. But I think the rest of the guys probably could have been a bit lower rated. But anyway, guys, those are just my opinions. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Whenever you're watching this, probably the center or left wing video will be out. I'm not sure which one comes out today, but one of them will be. So, stay tuned for that. Besides that, guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.